Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video, 10%. 10% would be how much Ubisoft's share prices have managed to drop in just one day, thanks to Assassin's Creed Unity. So, we'll get more into the share prices in just a second, but let's give some background on this. So, AC Unity, the reviews are starting to come in, and they're not as heavy and high as what maybe Ubisoft had anticipated. In fact, Metacritic scores are getting lower by the minute, and currently critics are already basically being quite nasty to the game, citing various performance bugs. In fact, apparently we're actually getting some crash reports already, frame rate problems on both the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and supposedly the PC versions are going to be much better, and so on and so forth. Basically speaking, the game is not up to the quality that what one would expect. And so, effectively speaking, Ubisoft are getting punished via the market, in other words, their share prices. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened from a developer slash publisher being absolutely slapped on the wrist by the market or gamers. Of course, we all know the Battlefield 4 stories there. You know, Battlefield 4 is still lying there kind of in a slightly wounded heap. Electronic Arts, in their defense, have managed to make some headway to correcting the issues, but the issues are still there. Will Ubisoft's stocks bounce back? Most likely yes, but it's still costing them money. But I feel the bigger problem here is it's just a symptom of the hassles of Assassin's Creed development. Now, it depends on who you speak to, what the real story is, and quite frankly, I don't think anyone really knows, apart from Ubisoft themselves, exactly the problems that Assassin's Creed has had in development. But we've heard everything from Microsoft enforcing parity on the systems. We've heard that basically it didn't have enough time in development. We've heard issues such as it didn't have enough optimization time. We've heard issues such as the consoles weren't powerful enough to run the title and they tried to push the graphics too high. We've heard other issues such as, you know, they didn't do enough bug testing. We've heard other things. You know what, there's so many different bloody stories, it's difficult to know what's actually true. It could be a combination of all of them for all the hell we know at this point. But while Rockstar and other developers, you know, can be a little frustrating when they take longer to release a title, as much as I am crying inwardly over the fact that GTA is going to be delayed on the PC and we're not going to be seeing it at the same time as the console versions, I would much rather have that than having a frankly lackluster version of the title on all platforms. And that's the problem. I personally believe that Assassin's Creed would have done better 1 to 2 months in development. You know, it would have missed the window. I realise that. But the problem is, it's like so many games are coming out in November anyway, and it just boggles my mind that you've got not only Assassin's Creed coming out within, and this is within just this month alone, you know, just a couple of weeks really. You've got Assassin's Creed, you've got Far Cry, you've got bloody Grand Theft Auto, and so many other games like Call of Duty's just come out, and so on and so on. It's like, how the hell can really many people afford to even play all these games? And even if they've got the financial means to do it, in other words, they've got like a good job or whatever, then most likely they don't have the time to do it. I personally feel that gaming, and this is off the kind of topic, but I do feel that developers need to space out their titles a bit better. And I also feel that the benefit with that is that they would naturally have a bit more time to optimize the titles as well, most likely. I feel in a mixed moods for this, because I don't like to see our company particularly fail or, you know, get financially punished, because at the end of the day, you know, I am a gamer and I do respect a lot of Ubisoft's IPs. I just don't like their recent practices. I feel they've become a lot shadier, and I've mentioned this before. I personally believe that Electronic Arts have actually behaved a little better than Ubisoft in recent memory. In fact, Electronic Arts have actually called them out on Twitter a couple of times, and that's just not a good situation to be in. You know, you don't want to be known as someone that EA are calling out. That's just kind of ridiculous, to be totally and utterly and frankly honest with you. So, definitely Assassin's Creed, Unity, it's being a bit of a letdown. I'm kind of nervous to see what Far Cry is going to be like. I'm hoping that we're not going to be having performance issues on that game as well. I'm hoping it's going to be a really good title. Now, can Ubisoft fix it? There are patches, of course, that they can release, and I personally feel they have to. They have to release a patch, because it's the least they can do at this point, because otherwise its confidence in the franchise is definitely going to be hurt. Now, I will, of course, be doing a full frame rate analysis and graphical comparison on Assassin's Creed, and I'm very curious to see how Far Cry is going to do, because Far Cry is looking to be quite graphically intensive, as one can imagine, particularly when we start to factor in the PC situation. The PC situation, of course, with NVIDIA specific optimizations and so on, and PC specific graphics settings. And furthermore, if we go on that beaten path for a second, I do wonder what will happen. Maybe Ubisoft will kind of learn from this. I don't know. We can always hope, but it's quite an interesting situation. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye for now.